Perfect.
There you go. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started if everybody's ready. Everybody ready?
I'm good. You ready, Mark?
Yeah.
Jam it up.
Jam it up. All right. All right. Well, welcome to everyone that is watching. My name is Matt Long. I'm a co-founder here at Bulletproof Real Estate Agent, and I got a partner here with me.
Chad Crenshaw, other co-founder here at Bulletproof Real Estate Agent, and we have Mark Lynch from Manchester. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
All right.
Nice to see you guys.
In case people don't know, what we do here at Bulletproof Real Estate Agent is we help realtors get calls directly from home sellers on Google, Alexa, Siri, Bing, Yahoo, and we help them do that without ads. And we have Mark here, who's been with us for a matter of months now. Mark, why don't you give us a little bit of intro to yourself, how long you've been in the business, tell us about your realty group, all that good stuff. Plug yourself.
Yeah. Literally, I celebrated my 4-year official anniversary just a few days ago.
Nice.
So that's 4 years. I've been in sales 25 years. So I've been in the construction sales business, pharmaceuticals, that woulda, shoulda, coulda thing. I wish I'd done this a long time ago, but at the same time, maybe I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if I didn't do what I did before, if that makes any sense. It kind of makes who I am. 4 years in the business, and first few years spent quite a bit of money. I don't have a big network of people. I don't know a lot of small family, not a lot of people I know in the area. So I started out literally by buying leads, starting that way, just to get my feet off the ground. Spent a lot of money. My return was good because my conversion was good when it came to talking to someone on the phone and just, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but just make an appointment. But going into the third year, I was lucky enough, or maybe not lucky enough, but was very proud that most of my business came from referrals from the people I had worked with the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Coming into the fourth year, it started to drop off. The market's changing. I'm sick of paying money for, obviously I'm sick of paying for leads. And I know the value of a referral, of someone saying, talk to Mark, he'll take care of you, whether it's buying or selling. And I know a little bit about SEO. I know a little bit about YouTube, Google, just not enough to understand how to put it all together to make it work for me. And I could spend hours and hours trying to figure it out and never get there. And we, as agents, we just don't have that kind of time.
Sure.
To try to become an expert. And I came across your site and chatted with you guys actually once or twice before. No pressure. I just, what your presentation was, getting on first page of Google without paying for ads. But more importantly, I think, is establishing my brand, not just on one little tiny piece of real estate, like social media real estate, but tying everything together. And I don't know if it was a video I saw, but we're in a new world where, hey, Alexa, find me a realtor in Manchester. And I did that for Alexa, and someone came up and like, who are they?
Right. Well, Mark, you touch on so many good points there. One being that, when people go to bulletproofrealestateagent.com, they can click on a free demo and they can visit with a real person and go through the software. And it is not a sleazy sales pitch, right? I mean, and you're a sales guy, right? I mean, we literally just present what we have. And if you see value in it, then we suggest you join.
And that's where the value is. And I can't stress that enough, because granted, the first year I was in the business, I felt so special because all these people were calling and wanted to help me for $1,000. They wanted $500 a month. And and I got sucked into that a little bit. But you know what? When for example, there was a website and a CRM. I didn't know how to use it. Now, when I reach out, your call is very important to us. You're 18th in line, or even worse, just check our FAQ section. Did that answer your question? maybe it's my ADD. I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for it. And honestly, I think the thing that has just been so surprising, for lack of better words, or just which has really made me feel so comfortable with your process, is Chad. We've talked on the phone directly, just to talk. I've talked to Nathan a few times, just with general questions, even if it's, and he was open to that. I have his direct number, and I'm not calling him every day and like, how do I do this? How do I do that? But there's some specific things that I just, am I doing this right? Do you have any tips? Like, be able to call basically the company itself without a support line.
Well, I
Like,
think,
does
yeah,
that make sense?
yeah, I think the key there is just like Chad doesn't have a lot of friends, right? Like he's not a
Thanks.
super likable guy, so he has a lot of time to take these calls from guys like Mark and stuff.
Right.
You know,
So your losses are gain, I guess.
well, I mean, so for you, would you say that those, you know, being able to get in touch with the actual company itself, would you say that was a huge obstacle with you being able to choose? Like, whenever you were going through over paying someone $1,000 to want to actually help you, we actually do want to help our customers and add value, but what made you choose Bulletproof over the other companies when you actually had to sit down and figure out where you're going to spend your dollars? What made us go above and beyond the others when you made your decision?
Right up front, it's that gut feeling. The same thing when you sell or show a house. As soon as you go in, you're like, this is it.
Mhm.
Or you get that, it's that first feeling you get. I signed up for a demo, and it's like going to a gym to go check it out. Like, here, sign up now. Like, the sale's going to end in an hour. Pressure.
Right.
That just reverses my whole attitude.
Sure.
I was just provided information, and I just wasn't in the position to make it was $199 decision. I mean, it's a drop in the bucket, but it's money, right? And I just wanted to do a little bit of research, and actually someone that you have mentioned on, I don't know, from the videos, or I've seen some of your, whether the podcast or YouTube videos, Matt Whitty in Andover, the neighbor to the south of me. I gave him a call, just to kind of just talk to him, see how he's doing. And occasionally I'd get I didn't feel the pressure of a robo call / text every 12 hours. Sign up now, you're going to lose everything. It's all or nothing. And also the amount of information that I was given, even on the original call, was helpful, and meaning I was provided information that you didn't have to tell me. It was based, I'm a pay it forward, do the right thing. What comes around goes around. Give stuff away for free, but provide that value. And actually, what it all comes down to wrap it up, is trust. There was trust established almost immediately. And I think that's been proven. I mean, it's only been like, I don't even know if it's been 2 months. But I feel the trust and integrity is there, because I've reached out to you guys 3 times already. I reached out to Nathan yesterday just for a question about my Google business page ownership and something completely unrelated. And he gave me some great advice. I think like Bob's Facebook PPC group or whatever, people don't do that. So I feel the genuine buy-in you have for wanting your folks to succeed.
Sure.
I feel it. And that goes a lot. That's it. That's the clincher, really. I hope that made some sense.
Yeah, definitely. And so once you join, now that you're in, what do you think's made the process so effective? The actual process of Bulletproof software working for you.
I could be now again. I didn't want to do this just to like, I'm going to farm this out and have someone do it all for me, and I'll reap the benefits. Can you ask the question again?
Sure. So I guess the process of Bulletproof taking your information, populating it across the internet, getting you to rank on Google, what's been the most, even if it's something if it's allowed you to do something else because we're doing that, like where's that most benefited your business, I guess?
You know, I was thinking about this yesterday. You know what it's done for me? It has boosted my confidence. It hasn't made me, I'm not talking about like bravado or like, hey, look at me, I'm number one, or I'm not flashing that stat. But the two things that were critical was, again, it's not just, we're going to get you to page 1 on Google and then see you later.
Right.
You're there for the long term. And at the same time, I would love to know this stuff. I just don't have the time or patience to ever understand it or learn it. But all these little, call them meta tags, backlinks, and tying everything together from Yelp to all these sites that you took the time to not customize, but optimize these sites so they're consistent. That's all I've ever wanted. And I just couldn't trust anyone to take my money and be able to show me that could be done.
Yeah. So what Mark is referring to is the fact that we take the information provided from our realtors, that we take their brand and we don't create their brand. We spread their brand. We spread their already established brand across 60 plus sites across the internet that all feed Google, Siri, Bing, Yahoo, all that good stuff. And we standardize it. And those big search engines like it when all that stuff is standardized. And as Mark said, we do that for you. And that's actually done before someone even onboards with us. You know, before they have their onboarding meeting to go through our back office software, all that is finished and working for you.
You know, and for yourself, you're talking about you've wanted to learn, but it's just, I wouldn't want to learn how to sell real estate, honestly. So I'm going to hire a real estate agent such as yourself. So your time should be devoted more towards what you're talented at, what you're good at, which is selling homes, which is selling real estate. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to invest time in doing what Matt and I enjoy doing, is the software side of the business, where you can hire us for that and know that you're putting your faith in us to make sure that we do what you don't have time to do. And then we're going to hire everybody else.
Yeah, I think that, and that's huge, because you got to get to a point where you know what you're capable of and you know what you're not. And I've fallen into that trap a few times and I have a great broker who just, it's like Bill Belichick, do your job, do what you do. Don't spend a week trying to figure out what kind of pen should I make or my business card. They turn this way or that way. I mean, have a good business card, but just go, you know what it is? Last time I was on a Zoom call with Nathan yesterday. I was in my car. I'm in the field. I'm out doing stuff. So I think the key is to understand, unless you have the knowledge and can do it yourself, the time suck is so detrimental to your time as an agent, because this is my own business, and
for sure,
what I can't do.
And we always try and be very upfront and realistic and honest with people and say, look, when you sign up, you could go into a battlefield, and what we're trying to do is pull you up in the ranking system, and it could take 3, 4, 5, 6 months to actually rank through the system. But you actually had because of where you're located at, and there weren't a lot of reviews in your area, you actually had a lot of success real quick in moving up the system inside of your area.
Yeah. And you know, and how I relate that to helping my confidence. So I had a couple listing appointments this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't go in there with death by PowerPoint, you know, or here, keep it real. But what I've done is taken snapshots of, so I can't count how many times. In fact, there I am, number 2. Like
Awesome.
Again, I don't put this on my refrigerator or put it on a flyer, but
I'm going to put it on mine.
I may put that in my listing folder just to say, not to be like, hey, look at me, I'm number 2 out of a bazillion. But what I'm trying to share with folks is work with someone that knows the area. This just provides that, it gives you recognition, it gets your name out there, and consistency is the key. And that's what I've learned too. So when I mentioned before that I didn't want to just hire a company, you guys do everything, and then the leads start flowing in. So I asked, what else, what can I do on my end to add to add to the fuel, right? Or what kind of fuel can I add to help this further? And simple things like not only just get more reviews, but respond to reviews right away using some keywords. Even on my Google business page, don't just rely on the post that you're doing. It's okay. And I've talked to other folks that use your system, and occasionally post when you're at an open house or at a showing, take a picture, upload it to your page. And I don't think it's about the amount of thumbs up you get or the likes, this or that, but it's the consistency, which is key. And it's just, again, I'm modest, but it's made me proud, and it's just helped my confidence level of just like,
yeah, well, I think it should make you proud, because honestly, this is just the beginning for you, Mark, as you're building now the digital footprint for your business that you've already been building for 4 years. And what it does is when you show up on that map, which is what we do, we help people show up on the map, and Google only shows 3 people. So according to Google, there's only 3 qualified realtors, 3 relevant realtors in your area, and you're one of those people. And what it builds you as that local expert, right? It positions you as the clear choice for Manchester, for your area. And that's what you want to be. You want people to search realtor in my area, and you pop up, and you're one of 3 choices, and 30% of all Google clicks come from that map section.
Yeah, it gives me goosebumps. What was I going to say? I'll get back to it, but there's something I'll bring up in a second.
Sure. Well, you don't have to brag. You don't have to hang that on the fridge. Right. But it's fantastic when you're there, when you're in 1, 2, or 3 on Google Maps. Just for you to be able to say, just go to Google search and type in Mark Lynch, Manchester. You know that you're going to show up in Google Maps. That in itself brags, so you don't have to do it. Google will do it for you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. A lot of times, I don't get it often, but someone is, why you? And I'm like, you know what? Google me.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
It. Yeah, it's fantastic.
You can see a billboard.
What you mean by Google, so they don't get it misconstrued as to what that could possibly mean, telling someone to Google you.
Say again.
I was just making a joke. You have to assume someone knows what Google means, because if you tell someone to Google you, you're not sure if that could be misconstrued.
Well, I did that the other night, and they started to tickle me. So I was like, wait.
It could be different between Texas and Manchester.
I'll be here all week. What I wanted to say before was, so me personally, I don't care if I'm Googling pizza if I'm Googling plumber, if I'm using Google to honestly for anything, I skip the ads.
Yeah.
That's just when I see
I think a lot of people have now been conditioned to just blow past that ad section.
I wanted to get your feedback or your input on that, but I've very rarely ever, even if it's in Best Buy, I don't click on the ad. I go down to the first organic because that's earned. The other one's paid for. That's like having a billboard that you spend a lot of money and buy for me. Please call Saul.
Right.
I'm the best.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good billboard, but prove it.
Yeah. Well, I think, you're speaking about like the it's earned, not paid for. I think people really value that. And the way it's earned is by exactly what we're doing here at Bulletproof. It's not something that you can just pull out of thin air. And something else that's earned, you're talking about being a sales guy. You have been taking advantage of our affiliate program, and you've just been referring this service over and over. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that, your experience with that?
Yes. So I wanted to give it a little bit of time to, kind of see how it was working. And you know what? And you make a good point. Yeah. Especially with SEO or, building a brand, it doesn't happen overnight, so I was expecting a good solid 2 months of behind the scene work before I start seeing some results. But I got my first legit inbound call, and that alone felt like a huge win.
Right.
Regardless of whether they're looking at $1 million home or a $40,000 trailer. And then see, I'm an analytical guy. That I'm terrible with stocks because I would stare at them. But no, I think every morning, maybe every night, I'll go on. I'll Google Manchester, New Hampshire Realtor, and the amount of times I saw, I'm way down there. You can find me eventually. But when I started seeing myself, I guess call it top of the crease, top of the fold. So I think what they say, that's what I wanted. So that alone, I guess with the affiliate part of it, I'm not trying to build a business off of selling the program, because I believe in the program itself. I think from what you're providing me, I couldn't not imagine that someone wouldn't be charging $1,000 a month for that, and some people probably are.
If you would like, we have your credit card information. If you'd like, we could charge you $1,000 a month or settle somewhere in between. It is amazing. Like
I have not done a review on your Google page yet.
Well, we appreciate it. We to hear people say that, and to hear someone like yourself say that, these interviews are great for us, because you're right, understanding how you get to where you're going to refer out the program for us. The process in your own mind, like you want to test the software, you want to do it yourself, so you have confidence and you actually believe in the software. So for us, as a referral comes in, every time we see a referral from Mark Lynch, we're excited, one, that we'll be able to help another real estate agent that's out there looking, that needs help with their service. But for two, it's a nice reward for us to be able to give back to you or to any of our clients that's going to actually help offset their monthly exposure to the program.
Describe what we give back to them when they sign someone up.
Yeah. So, we talk about the referral program, a percentage or a dollar amount goes back. So $50, $60 a month goes back into, Mark Lynch every single month as he refers a new potential client to the service. So when they enroll into Bulletproof Real Estate Agent, when they sign up, then Mark gets a credit of that back towards his account. We actually deposit it back. Does it go through PayPal back into your account?
Yeah, and it literally just takes a handful of referrals to totally offset your entire cost for Bulletproof.
Yeah. So what you is in conversation, but on social media, I'm part of a lot of Facebook groups, and I'm not out there trolling like, hey, who wants to, you know, that's not me. It's when folks will maybe just throw out a topic, hey, I'm struggling this or that, and I'll just let them know, hey, I'm using a system I'm very happy with that's gotten me, you know, Google page 1 results without ads. PM me if you want more information. And then I invite them, hey, if you have, call me directly. I'll give you, just like I told you today, like why I chose to work with you guys is just that the faith I have in you and the trust and the responsiveness. And I mean, I could call Chad, I'd probably call you in an hour, you'd pick up. Or if you're busy, you'd call me back.
I would at least be an owner that would actually pick up the phone and call you back, because we can chop it up, whether about it's family or whatever else, but we really want to understand who our clients are and understand the value of what you're going after, because at the end of the day, we need you to sell houses. You need to sell houses. We want to help you sell houses because that's how you feed your family and that's how you take care of, your life. And so we're really partners in this. And so whatever we can do to make this service more beneficial, we know that the software is going to work for you. You're going to refer it to other people, and we're going to be able to help other people's families. Could we charge $1,000 a month? Absolutely. Would we have as many clients? Maybe, probably, but we want to be able to price it to be able for you to refer it out after you've had success, for more people to come in, because we would like to just at the end of the day help as many real estate agents as we can as possible.
Yeah. And even up front, there was no, I felt in control the whole time. I wasn't worried about it, but we get calls I don't pick up the phone if I don't know the number, because someone's like, says John from John's optimization company, whatever. But anytime I've ever looked into those things, well, yeah, well, you go, it's a year-long contract. Right up front, said, hey, if you want to cancel. Like it wasn't no hard sell. And I don't know, I'm not that type of agent of basically telling people what to do. I don't know. I just connected with you guys just from a transparency standpoint.
Sure. Sure. So, so we've appreciated your time here, and we thank you for coming on. Do you have any advice for other realtors that are thinking about maybe implementing some kind of strategy for SEO and things like that?
Well, I think for a couple things. Consistency and branding is kind of a generic word. I don't think you need to come up with a fancy, like remarkable real estate, even though I came up with that, but or like a silly pen or a trinket. Just get the basics down. And honestly, that's all. I've been searching for that for years, and I just couldn't. I've put out, could someone help me? Just meaning I have a YouTube channel, I have Facebook, I kind of have Instagram, so figuring it out. And let's see, Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram.
Even LinkedIn. And
yeah,
I think just be consistent with your, I mean, everything from your name to your phone number, your message, that will build up. And there's, there's someone in my office last year that who is, I think, a superstar, a rock star. She's great, right? And her online presence and the things I saw last year are like, wow, she's crushing it. Like, it's incredible. Like it was just, it was, and it wasn't in your face. It was, you know, thank you to my clients. I appreciate the business. And I come to find out at the end of the year, we virtually had the same amount of transactions, the same amount of GC, you know, everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you're not being fake, but the perception is you know what you're doing. Let people know that you're out there. And I think the most critical thing is, learned this a long time ago, if you can't be found, you don't exist.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a great line. That's a great quote.
Well, yeah,
that's it.
That's exactly what we do. We help you exist on the internet here at Bulletproof Realtor, and we make you consistent across the internet everywhere. We spread that brand that you've created. So
that's the clincher. It's not just one little tiny element, but it's that whole combined effect, which I had no clue on how I ever approached that.
Yeah, most people don't. That's the problem. Most people don't.
I wasted a lot of hours downloading YouTube videos. Okay, so you know, 10 tricks to do this, but
right. Well, Mark, we really appreciate your time, and we've got to get rolling here. We'll have you back on in a couple months just to check in, because we're excited to see what's going to happen with your business, as well as, you know, how the affiliate program, you know, works for you. So we appreciate you coming on, and thanks everybody for watching.
You'll have to plug in the Facebook group so you can watch yourself and watch the other real estate agents that we've spoken to.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Have a great day, Mark.
We edit it and we'll fix it up, make some.
Yeah.
All right, I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure, and I just wanted to say thank you to you guys just for not only doing what you do, but just your responsiveness and just being available and to help out, because it comes through. And again, that's rare in any kind of these little service businesses. Usually they take your money and they say, okay.
Yeah. Give me an email address.
Yes, sir. No, we appreciate you very much.
All right. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate
it. Have a blessed day and a great weekend, sir.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
you. Your video there.
Yeah, you can finish getting dressed and adjusted. We'll clip it out. Don't worry about it. Nice. Very nice. I like it.
I got it from brand new clothes, man. Feeling good.
All right.
That guy in $1 Million Realtor or whatever.